Hey everybody, Todd here. Today we are discussing the Jojo mirror foot technique. I had 3 videos out there. People weren't seeing them all, so I'm trying to compress it into one, so we're going to get going. When I first learned it, I learned it as a heel-toe thing. That's not it. It's a great technique to practice. Jojo's is focused on the molar technique. Same motion with your leg, down and up. Think about the molar technique. If you don't know what it is, look it up right now. Look up Jim Chapin. M-O-E-L-L-E-R is how you spell molar. It's a great technique to learn. We're not going to talk too much about that. I'll explain it when I'm showing you on the pedal. So we're going to get right to that. I'm going to try and talk loud. You'll see Oscar the Wonder Dog in the background. I'm going to use my practice pad again because it doesn't overpower my camera. I'm using the Speed Cobra longboard. You don't need to use a longboard. You can use anything once you get this down. I've got this set up for practicing, which makes it a little trickier and a little harder, and you tend to miss a few beats, but you tend to really feel it more when you get it. Long throw on my beater, very little spring tension. When the board is all the way down, you're about 1.5 inches off the deck to catch the upstroke, and it doesn't get in the way, so it works really good. So, off the drum pedal, this is the motion. Just like if your hand was doing it, your wrist breaks, your foot breaks. It's not sitting up here like this, it's down here like this. Downstroke, upstroke, downstroke, upstroke. I like to practice that just simply feeling it. You get a little flam with the front of your foot. Then you move over to the pedal, same thing, practice that downstroke. Just to feel it, just if it's not natural. Now, when we start to move into the upstroke, when we go down and let the beater head come off, that's when we're going to catch the upstroke and let it come back off again and down. So really slow, it looks like this. The more you get into the motion, the more it flows, obviously. The nice thing about this is you can practice it up and down the pedal. You're not stuck in the middle. The John Blackwell technique kind of sits right in the middle of here because he's kind of lifting his foot a little more and doesn't drop everything. So you can practice up here and move all the way down the pedal. So, I like to sit in the middle of the pedal, and that's where I like to practice. Again, drop, molar motion down, catch it coming up. Now, we can start to feel that more by concentrating on the upstroke too. And then the downstroke. Don't worry about it being choppy. We're trying to feel it for muscle memory. Then, when you go to the place you like to be in the pedal, then practice it and make it nice and even. The speed and the power will come naturally. You'll start to feel more at ease with it. You'll start to feel that you can move your foot faster in that motion, and it'll all come together. So don't worry about the speed and the power. Focus on the technique. Think molar technique. If you're burning up your calf, you're not doing it right. If it's not feeling relaxed, relax and let it flow. It's not the way I learned it at first. This is what I learned at first. A heel thing down and a plant in my foot. That's nice. That works. But it's not this technique. I think you should practice every technique you can, so I'm in favor of doing everything. But when we're learning this, really focus on that motion. You can do it really light and then really heavy. Now, groupings. When we move into groupings, start to feel every grouping. Start to know where they feel on your foot. If you like to start from your heel, then start there. If you like to start from your toe, start there. Practice them both ways. But practice them slow again and take your time, just like you did when you were learning how to do drum rudiments with your hands. Remember, it didn't come fast. So, like groupings of 5. The thing I like about the groupings of 5 is it kind of ends back here with a full downstroke, so you can really kind of feel it. Four ends if you're starting from the back, it ends in the front. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fives, again, they end with the kind of big downstroke. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So get to feel those really slow. Sixes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that works out really nice. The triplets are tough. The triplets, because you end and start so quickly, it's a downstroke, 1 and 2. And I kind of count it that way when I'm practicing. It's just a 1 and 2, 1 and 2. It also helped me to kind of drop my other foot like I was playing my hi-hat when I was doing it. So just to kind of feel that momentum. So, again, take your time. Feel that motion. Really investigate what your foot's doing. Now, one of the other cool things is we can start using kind of the Steve Smith technique and applying the Jojo Mayer technique to it, the constant release practice. So, start with the beats of your ankle. Move to heel down. Move to the Jojo Mayer technique. Ankle, heel down, Jojo Mayer. So you can apply all those. Now the cool thing is, Jojo does another thing that's like the molar stroke where you're getting multiple beats out of it. A downstroke followed by multiple beats. So that's different than doing the full motion. It's kind of feeling the upstroke as multiple beats, almost like you were playing heel down. Down, it's like a beat down and then up. That's a pretty cool thing to practice just to feel it. Again, this is all about building up more technique so that your foot is used to feeling all these different things. So, you can apply it to grooves then. I'm just going to do this. This will probably sound bad on the recording, but if we're applying this to grooves. So, you can go on and on and on with that. The important thing here, as always, forget about the speed, forget about doing everything, just learn the motion, learn the technique, and then build it up really slow, and it'll all come together. It's a great technique. Try my heel-toe technique that worked, do the Steve Smith constant release, and just work it like 10 minutes a day, and you'll be amazed. At the end of a couple weeks, you'll be feeling the motion. At the end of a couple months, you'll start to build the power. It took me a long time. So be patient and email me with any questions. I hope this puts it all together for you and helps. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.